Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over everything in the new update 5.0.1, which will be releasing on Wednesday, tomorrow. It's a fairly small patch, but there are a lot of interesting changes there. Changes to the dispersion or the spread of the assault rifles, and of course the dreaded RM68 is finally receiving its long-awaited nerfs. And then later in the video we're going to go over all the weekly missions, the new game modes, and any new juicy skins that are available in the store. Before we begin though, if you guys do enjoy the content here on my channel, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Battlefield videos. Don't forget to hit that bell so you receive notifications. Honestly, your guys' support means the world to me, so thank you guys so much for that. And without further ado, let's crack on with the video. So let's begin with the patch notes here. So first of all, they have fixed an issue that resulted in the capture objective indicator not correctly appearing whilst an objective is being captured. This has been a persistent bug ever since Season 4 released, I believe, and it seems to be more prevalent for some players than other. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll be on a flag trying to capture it, and the capture objective indicator is just nowhere to be seen. You have no idea what the status is, you have no idea how many friendlies or enemies are on the particular flag, and it really is quite an important piece of information. So finally, that has been resolved. Next, they fixed an issue that prevented the ability to equip unlocks received during a match. Again, this is another Season 5 bug, this one. So what would happen is you would unlock a new attachment or a new weapon like the Deagle. I unlocked that one just the other day, and I actually couldn't equip it and use it in that match. I had to back out of the match and join another match to equip that, so that's now been fixed as well. They've also fixed an issue that could sometimes reward you with assists on your own kills or assists on teammates, or even on yourself, but not the penguins. Stop trying to hurt them. I have this one happen a lot to me, I'm sure you guys do as well. Kind of a funny bug, not really game breaking in any way, but you know, good to see they fixed that. And now we finally come to the dreaded RM68. Again, we've been waiting since Season 4 to see some meaningful changes to this weapon, and here they are. So they have reduced the bullet speed from 790 meters per second to 700 meters per second. So a little bit slower on the velocity there, probably to indicate, you know, you do have a silencer on this weapon, and generally when you put a silencer on a weapon in Battlefield 2042, your bullet velocity is going to drop somewhat. That never really felt to be the case on the RM68, so I think that's why they've made that change. And then they have lowered the 4-hit kill range on the following ammo types. So standard ammo has been reduced from 40 meters down to 30 meters, and with the higher power ammunition, it's now only going to be a 4-hit kill up to 40 meters instead of 50 meters. So if you want the same 4-hit kill range that you had with the standard ammunition, you can now go ahead and equip the high-powered ammunition, and that will essentially be the same thing, only with all of the cons that come with using high-power ammo. And then the 4-hit kill range has been completely removed from the close quarters ammunition, and that of course has been the ammunition that most people have been using. So close quarters ammunition is now going to be a 5-hit kill at best. Now the M416, one of the vault weapons, has actually seen a slight buff here. I guess DICE thought that this weapon was underused, so damage has been increased from 18 to 22 at 50 meters, and it's been increased from 15 up to 18 for 75 meters and beyond. So don't sleep on that one tomorrow, guys. Don't forget to go and pick up the M416 and see if it's a beast now. Now the MTAR has actually seen a nerf. A while ago I made a video called the God Gun, and I was talking about the ACWR, which is one of the vault weapons that has been performing extremely well since Season 5 released, and a special mention in that video was the MTAR, and the main reason is that it had a 4-hit kill range up to 15 meters with a rate of fire of 900. However, they have now removed the 4-hit kill range capability of the MTAR completely, so that weapon is now going to be a 5-hit kill at best, and I don't really see a reason for this. Yes, a 4-hit kill weapon with 900 rate of fire is absolutely insane, but the MTAR really isn't good at anything else. You know, any range like 40-50 meters, anything beyond that, it's pretty terrible. It's like a 6, 7, 8 shot kill. You're going to get outgunned at those kinds of ranges by pretty much any other weapon in the game, so its real only niche was kind of hip firing at those closer ranges. Now that that 4-hit kill has been removed, I don't think I'm really going to be as eager to pick this weapon up anymore. And then finally here we have some changes to the dispersion and accuracy. So following your feedback, we are making further adjustments to the dispersion of several assault rifles with an intent to compress the top and lowest performers for a more balanced weapon offering. So I thought they were going to make changes to the dispersion on all the weapons, but apparently it's just a few of them. So the maximum dispersion has actually been increased by 9% for the AK-24, the SFAR, and the AEK. The AK-24 and SFAR I kind of understand, like they're pretty good weapons, they're like top tier, but the AEK, I don't really feel like that one deserved it. That's going to make this, you know, an even weaker weapon now. Again, I kind of feel like with the MTAR, nobody's really going to bother with that one anymore. But then on the flip side here, max dispersion has been lowered by 8% for the AC-42, the M16A3, the M416, so they're another buff to the M416, and for the MTAR. Now this is the big and most important change here. They have lowered the delay to the dispersion reset from 0.2 of a second to 0.1 of a second, and they state the reason here is that some delay, you know, is required to ensure that dispersion does not reset between bullets and instead recognizes bursting taking place. Now I've already seen other people talking about this. I know Enders has put up a video on this, and I know people have been speaking about this on Twitter, but I just wanted to reiterate their thoughts that this is a really bad idea to have spread react in this way. In previous games, the way I understand it is that spread has always reduced over time. There is no delay, right? You fire a shot, and the second that you stop firing, the spread is going to start reducing down until it gets to 0. And if you start firing again, your spread is going to increase. Stop firing, your spread decreases. There is no delay, right? You don't need to have 0.2 of a second of delay or 0.1 of a second of delay, because there is no delay. It's either decreasing all the time until it gets to 0, or it is increasing as you're firing until it reaches the maximum spread. Those are the only two variables. But apparently, it now seems that in Battlefield 2042, for some reason, there is a delay to when your spread stops decreasing. And the fact that this delay was too long is the reason that when we were doing this micro bursting, our spread wasn't starting to reset at all, and we discovered that in testing. So to fix this problem, hopefully, they have now cut that delay in half from 0.2 of a second to 0.1 of a second. But as people have pointed out on Twitter, this now introduces another problem where if they reduce that delay anymore, let's say if the problem still persists and it still isn't fixed, you're going to have some of these lower rate of fire weapons automatically decreasing spread between bullets being fired. And that's what I believe they're referring to in this dev comment here. Now, on the other hand, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on weapon mechanics. I don't design the weapons in the game, but, you know, it will be interesting to hear from somebody who actually knows a bit more what they're talking about, or maybe from DICE themselves, you know, maybe from the weapon designers. Maybe this would be a good topic for the next Inside Battlefield podcast episode on, you know, how some of the weapon mechanics in Battlefield 2042 actually function. Moving on, let's go and check out the weekly reset over in game. So let's start with the store here. We have a new bundle called the Company Man bundle, and in here we have the Administrator skin for McKay, looking pretty snazzy, that one. Definitely a more traditional Battlefield skin there. Then we have the Dead Center weapon for the AK-24. Then we've got a vehicle skin for the F-35E Panther, the Black Bomber, and finally the Company Man skin for the DM7. And then they've also finally added the 2 catch-up bundles here, so if you didn't play the 4 previous seasons and you don't want to unlock this stuff via the assignments or however it is that you actually unlock these things these days, there is a new bundle to unlock all the 4 specialists from the first 4 seasons of the game, and likewise there is an Exodus hardware kit to unlock all of the weapons and all of the new vehicles. Obviously, I own both of these, so I can't actually tell you what they cost. It will be interesting to see, though. Moving on to game modes here, we've actually got a brand new game mode, I think. We have Conquest 64. So we used to have Exodus, Conquest Exodus, which was a 64 player with basically all of the map reworks and some of the portal maps, and now we have just regular Conquest 64. So whether this is just going to be the base maps in Battlefield 2042 or it's still going to include the portal maps or not, I don't really know. I think it's just going to be base Battlefield 2042 maps. And then alongside that, of course, we've got Conquest 128. For Breakthrough, we have 32v32 Infantry Breakthrough and Regular Breakthrough. And then in a Portal, we've got 1942 Rendezvous, which is a mixture of Conquest and Rush across multiple 2042 BR3, BC2 and 1942 maps. And then we have 24-player Sniper Free-For-All, You guessed it, it's snipers only, and it's a free-for-all. Alright, finally here, let's check out the new missions for this week. So on tier 1 here, we have 4 objectives captured or neutralized, and it's another one of those new ones here where if you play as Dozer, that doubles the mission progression. Then you've got 10 teammates revived, and 1 kill with a throwing knife or the SPH explosive launcher. Nice and easy there. Moving on to tier 2, we have 15 kills while playing as Assault, 6 combat and wingman ribbons earned, and 500 damage inflicted with C5, the M18 Claymore or the SPH explosive launcher. For tier 3, we have 20 melee kills, and again, kills with Dozer's shield here will double the mission progression on that one, so I would definitely recommend playing some Dozer this week. 50 kills and damage assists, and then finally 100 enemies killed, and then for the weekly bonus, we have a nice and easy 15 kills and assists with assault rifles. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. I know this was quite a long video, so thank you so much if you stuck around to the end. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing and hitting that bell if you do enjoy the content here on the channel. Special thank you to all the members for your ongoing and additional support, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next video.